All right, beautiful people of the Instagram. This is Jose Trujillo. I am the world's greatest living artist. And this is a little invitation for a coaching call. Those of you who have not done coaching calls with me, it is a great time to get started with coaching. Coaching is a great way to start figuring some stuff out, man. You know, to start finding out some stuff. If all you do is wait until, I don't know, you gather enough enough free info from like YouTube videos or Instagram or whatever, it's gonna take forever, guys. It just will. I used to have the same mentality, so I don't hate on the hustle. I know there's a lot of people that watch my videos. They watch them freely because they are for free, right? I post them here or I post them on YouTube or whatever, and so people are like, why would I pay for coaching if all I have to do is just listen to his free advice? Or I had someone tell me I don't need coaching because I just got busy and I don't need coaching because I don't need to, and that's fine. That's very cool. Sometimes you don't. All you need to do is just to get busy. But many times, I'll tell you this. Many times, getting busy is not just it. It's recognizing what level of busy. And having a strategy, man. Without a strategy, it's like you're fighting with a phantom. Without a strategy, it's like you're trying to kick. You're trying to kick a ghost's ass. You're like, I'm gonna kick this ghost's ass, but you can't see the ghost, you can't feel it, you don't know where it's at. That's what not having a strategy looks like. And so that was a weird example, but it made sense in my mind. And so I invite artists to, man, you don't have to get it from me, by the way, okay? You don't have to get coaching from me. You can get coaching from anyone else. There's plenty of artists out there, marketers, offering coaching. I'm offering coaching because people just basically got to the point where they're like, dude, are you going to coach or not? I've been listening to you. I've been looking at your material. I've been all up in that. And I have not gotten coaching from you. You don't sell anything. It's all free info on YouTube. It's all free info on Instagram, on Facebook. And you're not like, are you selling something? I want to buy something. I want you to show me. I want you to teach me. I want you to help me get there. Hold my hand. Take me, baby. Take me by the hand. And show me how to do some of that stuff. Are you willing to coach beginners? I am willing to coach beginners. I don't care whether people are beginners or not. I want people that want to do it. That's all. I just want people that want to do it. I don't want to talk to someone who doesn't want to do it. I don't care if you started yesterday. If you want to do it, I'll give you a plan. I'll help you. I'll share with you the stuff that has worked for me. But if you don't want to do it, it's very difficult because I don't do coaching full time. So I can't get emotionally invested like that. Like, I have some friends who have been telling me, dude, like, you gotta, like, they don't like coaching. They don't do art. They do coaching on other parts, on other industries. But they tell me that they don't like coaching because of that, because of the emotional investment. And I'm like, well, why are you so emotionally invested? And then they start explaining to me that, when people don't want to do it and you have to, remind them. And I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm not going to work with someone who doesn't want to do it. And so they tell me, well, you're not really going to be coaching because most people don't want to do it. And so when I learned that, this was about maybe 2 years ago, when I learned that, I was like, nah, I don't think I'm going to coach. So I was ready to coach about 2 years ago, and I was like, I'm not going to coach. That's not what I do. I don't want to deal with that. But and this had been years before that, prior to that, that people have been asking me to coach, to help. And 2 years ago, I decided, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start helping some people. But I started finding out, I did a couple of coaching sessions, and they were great. And then I got that one sour, right? That was like not ready, and it was very emotional, right? Not from my end, but from other people's end. And I was like, you know what, I can't do that. I'm an artist. I'm a painter. I'm not a coach. That's not my deal. I've taken on coaching now, and that's the only bar, that's the only hoop that I want people to jump. It's not the fee, okay? It's not the fee. The fee is not a hoop. The fee is more than fair. I'm actually giving out. This is my model. I want to give out 10 times more than I'm asking for. So the fee is not the hoop. It's not the barrier. The barrier is, do people want to do it? And if they do want to do it, then I'm there. I'm going to help them. Bro says, you're the only artist really breaking down the game right now. I love that. Yeah, most artists out there are not talking about it. And they don't break it down. I have a sort of a passion to break this thing down, to really dissect it and look at it and say and see why is it that some people thrive and others, no matter how great they are, no matter how great their artwork is, they just can't seem to fucking thrive. Like they can't they just can't. They can't put $1,000 together. They just can't. And so it got me to think, really, and break it down and see what is it. Because if it's not the artwork, and most of these artists are actually working, right? They're actually working. It's not like they're not working. They're working, man. Like, most of these artists are working. And they're working hard to the standards that they understand working hard is. So I don't want to say that they're not working hard, because they are. Most of these artists that are really serious about being full-time artists are working hard. But the question is, working hard compared to what? Working hard compared to what? And so that's the kind of thing that's the stuff that I like to look at. Oh man, I'm working hard. Okay, cool. What is it that you want? Oh man, I'd be great with $5,000 a month selling my artwork. Some people say that, right? I'd be more than happy. I'd be in fucking heaven if I were earning $5,000 a month selling my artwork. I'm working so hard and I just can't seem to do it. And then my question is always, yes, you're working hard, but is it $5,000 hard? That's the question you got to ask yourself. Is it $5,000 hard? When I started my career, I thought I was working very hard. I was like, oh man, I'm working so hard. And then something happened. It just clicked for me. It happened, right? And I was like, I started adding it up. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm working hard compared to what? Because here I am wanting to do a full-time living, wanting to earn $100K a year, right? For me, that was a lot of money back then. And I was like, man, I need to earn $100K a year. This is what I need to do. But my working hard wasn't giving me $100K. Although it was working hard, it wasn't giving me nowhere near $100K a year, right? It wasn't giving me my $9,000 I was looking for every month. So I started asking myself this question. I am working hard, but is it $9,000 hard? Is it $9,000 hard? Or is it $1,000 hard? Because I promise you this, if you're working hard and you're only getting $1,000 a month rather than $9,000, you're working $1,000 hard. And you got to come to the realization of that. You got to come to the realization that you're working $1,000 hard. The moment you start earning $2,000, you're going to start working $2,000 hard. This is what a lot of people don't get. And they miss this. They miss this because there's a lot of bullshit out there where people are saying, no, you should be getting paid this for your artwork because your artwork is this and that. But almost nobody talks about the work. They say you should be getting paid this for your art. And I think that they have a lot of shit in their head when they talk like that. I really do. A lot of people talk like this. They're like, man, you should be getting paid so much more for your art. Yes, for my art. I should be getting paid more for my art. Teachers should be getting paid more. People that work in any industry should be getting paid more. The problem is, how do we get people to pay us more? How do we get people to actually pay us more? What do we do? What can we do? Yes, because your art is great. You know, your art is great. But just because you should be getting paid $5,000 per painting doesn't mean you are. And so you got to link that. You got to link that. And you got to ask yourself, why am I not getting paid this? What are the steps to get paid this for that painting? And most people don't get this. Most people lose their mind on this. They lose their game. They lose themselves in the game. They're like, my artwork is worth more. Yeah, dude, your art is worth more, but your work is not worth that much if you're not getting that money. If that makes any sense. Your art should be worth more, but your work is telling you and everyone else that the paintings are not worth $5,000. They're not. Something is missing there. Something is missing. And I promise you, if you don't figure out what's missing, you're going to go throughout your life hoping, wishing, thinking, resenting that you should get paid more for your artwork. Like many artists, 99% of artists are always complaining about this shit. I should get paid more. Why are people complaining about my prices? Dude, because people complain about prices. People complain. You complain about prices. If you go see a car that you like and you're like, oh my God, this is a great car. What is it? It's a Mercedes-Benz. Oh, I love that car. You complain about the price. Once they tell you, yes, this car is 80 grand, you're like, oh, fuck, why 80 grand? You know, why is it 80 grand? Everybody complains about prices. You go see a Kia, whether it's a Mercedes or a Kia, you're going to complain about the price. Oh my God, why is it so much? Why is this Kia $30,000? It's just a Kia, you know? Then you go see a Land Rover and it's like, why is it so expensive? It's not like it's a Bentley. You go see a Bentley and they're like, oh, why is it so expensive? It's not a Rolls Royce. People just complain. They just love bitching about price. We just do it. It's natural. It's normal. So if people are complaining about your prices in your artwork, if they are, let them. It's okay. People complain about price. They just do. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not a problem. Complaining about price is a very natural thing. It's a very normal thing. Everybody does it, especially if you live in the U.S. Everyone complains about price. You know, everything is, oh my God, why does that cost that? Why is it so much? Oh, blah, blah, blah. It's culture. It's culture. Yeah, it's the wrong mindset. You shouldn't be thinking about your price. You should keep your prices and then create mechanisms that many times are price-driven to get people to come see your higher price points. Okay? There's another free nugget. Create mechanisms that get people to come into your store, to come into your website, to come into your Instagram, wherever you're selling your artwork, to see your higher price point paintings, your services, your higher price point things. Because it's just the way it is. Things cost. You know, if your painting is worth $5,000, it's worth $5,000. There's nothing I can do about it or anyone else can do about it. It's $5,000. But if you can't sell it for $5,000, you don't get to complain. You just don't know how to sell it for $5,000. That's all. You don't get to complain. It's not people's fault. It's that you don't know how to sell a $5,000 painting. And that's fine. That's what I'm here for. I can help with that. And so people get trapped in this thing. They say my artwork is worth more. Yeah, it's worth more, but you need to learn how to sell. And another thing is not just learn how to sell it, but how to survive, how to thrive with it, right? How to survive, thrive in that. Meaning, how often do you sell something? You can learn how to sell a $5,000 painting, but if you only sell, I know artists that tell me, oh man, I've sold my paintings for $5,000, even more. I'm like, really? Oh wow. How many did you sell? Last year or this year? They're like, oh, well, last year I sold one, but this year I haven't sold any. And I was like, so let's say you sold a $10,000 painting. Well, you're I don't know, you're showing off that you made $800 in a month with that painting. Like what is it? Now, if you sell the $5,000 painting or $10,000 painting once a month, right? Now you got something going on. Now it's working. But if you sell it once a year, what does that matter? What is it? What are you getting out of that? I know plenty of artists that say, man, my artwork is worth $3,000, my painting. Yeah, but how many did you sell? How many did you sell? How many are you selling? Is it once a month, twice a month, 10 times a month? How many times are you selling it so that it makes sense? So that it makes sense for you to continue doing it. Because if you're doing all this work and you're only selling one $2,000 painting every 6 months, it's not worth it, right? At some point, you as an artist are going to be like, dude, nah, this is not worth it. I mean, I'm going to keep doing this as a hobby, but I'm not going to pursue this anymore because it's not worth it. Or I just hate that people complain about price. And if you complain about people, you give power to people. If you complain about people, if you say, man, people don't want to pay my prices, then you've become a slave to them, to the collector. And you're gonna continue that path. It's a very sour path. I've been in it myself. It's a very sour, very sad, and disempowering path. And what I'm trying to share here with you guys is, man, take the power back. Grab that power and take it back and say, no, my paintings are not being sold at $5,000 a piece because I don't know how to sell them. And I have to learn how to sell them. And just because I sell one doesn't mean that I can sell one every month. I have to learn how to sell one every month. If you can sell one a year, trust me, you can learn how to sell one a month. If you can learn how to sell one a month, you can definitely learn how to sell one a week, and on and on and on. And so it's a matter, ultimately, it's a matter of bringing power back to yourself. It's reclaiming power and not thinking that, man, people can't hold your power, guys. Like, it's okay that I sell lots of stuff on eBay for like, I don't know, $50, whatever. I sell lots of stuff on eBay. But I don't complain about that because that is a strategy that I use. It is a strategy, okay? I don't complain about it. You won't hear me complaining about it because it's a strategy. It's a strategy. And from time to time, right, and I've dialed that in, I'll sell the $1,000 painting, right? From time to time. It just depends. Am I selling that every day? Am I selling that twice a day? How often am I selling that $1,000 painting? I'm looking for that as well. That's another strategy. And from time to time, I sell the $5,000 painting, the $10,000 painting, and more, because it's a strategy, right? Of course, I would love to sell a $10,000 painting every single day, but I know that I have to put more effort. It will come down to effort in order to do that every day. Instead of once a month or twice a month. In order to do that every day, it's going to be lots more effort. At the end of the day, it will come down to effort. Conrad says, I was invited to show my art in 2 galleries next year. The gallery rep said that $800 painting would probably not sell. More like a $400 painting. Then that's fine. That's fine. But what I would do in that case, I would have a few $400 paintings. but I would also have a few $200 paintings or drawings or whatever. You know, once they're framed, they look beautiful, right? I would have a couple of those, $200. I would have a few $50 prints, $30, $50 prints. I will also, when I do exhibits, this is what I do, okay? So I'm sharing with you what I do. I would also have a couple of $3,000 paintings, and even a couple $5, $7, $10, $15, $20,000 paintings. Maybe one $10, $20,000 painting, whatever it is. Why? Because I don't know people's pockets. You know, it would be horrible for me to assume that I know their pockets. Plenty of people do that. They try to assume people's pockets. You know, and many galleries do that. Many galleries do that. They say, "Oh no, like your $1,000 painting cannot sell in this gallery." You know, it'll be very hard to sell a $1,000 painting in this gallery. When I hear that, they're just telling me what they've had luck with, consistent luck, right? And so I bring the whatever price point they think that is going to sell for, but I don't just bring that. You know, if that makes any sense. In my experience, do pastels sell? Everything sells. Look, guys, it's not the artwork. It's not the artwork. It's the effort. I wish more people understood this. It's the effort. It's not the artwork. Ultimately, the artwork is not the thing. It looks that way. Ultimately, the factor, okay, the winning factor is the effort. Is how much effort are you putting? If you're an artist who all you do is sell acrylics or watercolors, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if all you do is work some paper and you just do charcoal drawings or you do pen and ink. I tell people this all the time. Baby, it ain't the work. It's not the artwork. It's the effort. All you got to do is put all of your effort on getting people to the exhibit. And that is what most people don't want to do. Marketing effort. Yeah, it's the marketing effort. But it's not just marketing as in, yeah, I'm going to go do strategies, right? I'm going to go and go run Facebook ads and this and that. No, it's marketing effort, but it comes down to effort. Like it's going to be physical effort, not mental. It's going to be, maybe you're going to be painting live there. Maybe you're going to be picking up the phone and calling people every single day. You know, and sending out some emails and handwritten letters. And it's the effort, right? It's going to be the effort. Because ultimately, people buy artwork for their own reason, guys. They don't buy artwork for your reason or mine. I've never had a collector that wants to hear my bullshit on my own artwork. I've never had. Ever. They don't want to hear my reason. It means something to them, so they want to buy it. It means something to them. The art piece means something to them. They saw it. It reminded them of this or that, or they just love the color or whatever. They're buying it for their own reason. All I'm doing is looking for people, all around activity, nonstop. Exactly. All I'm doing is looking for people to bring into my store, or into my gallery, or into my exhibit, or here on Instagram, and I just bring them and I want to engage with them. That's all. I can't force you to coach with me. I can't be like, well, if you don't coach with me, you know, this is going to happen, or that's going to happen, or blah, blah, blah. I can't force you to coach with me, right? I can't force you to like a coaching call with me. But if I talk to enough people and I show them what I'm doing, and then I freely give and give and give and give every single day, every single time, one person is going to say, dude, I love what this guy's doing. I love that. I'd love to pick up the phone and talk to this person. I'll gladly pay the $300. Most people won't, and I'm aware of that. Most people say, dude, you're fucking crazy. I would never give you $300 for 1 hour on a coaching call. And that's cool. I don't want to talk to them either. But there's that one person that says, dude, I vibe with what this cat is talking about. He seems to know what he's talking about. He's doing it. He shows us his studio. He's constantly working. He's constantly painting. You know, I want to be around this. I want to hear from this cat. I want to be. Look, listen to this. Mike coached with me. Mike says, 1 hour after 1 hour conversation 2 weeks ago, I got into galleries and a nice $2,300 commission. So there you go. Okay, this is not from my mouth. This is from Mike Hart. After just 1 hour of coaching. Now, is it worth it? You know, I don't know, guys. You tell me. Is it worth it? Is it something that, again, I can't. This is an artist that is saying this. This is not me, right? If it's worth it to you, if your career means something to you, you're gonna seek out. Dude, who's winning? Who's doing it? Who's working at it? Who's getting paid? Look, almost 9 years ago, when I first started, I was making about, I don't know, somewhere around $2,000 a month. Yeah, baby, I love that. About $2,000 a month. After trial and error, I started making about $9,000 a month, right? Selling my artwork. At some point, I started realizing and understanding that it was a numbers game, and it is about effort. And effort is really the thing that separates people that want something to happen and people that just wish, hope, and talk about and never get to it. It is always effort. It will never change. People will tell you that it's something else. People will tell you that it's the color of your paintings, the size of your canvas, and yeah, all those things. But at the end of it, define showing up. Showing up is being committed. That's all it means. There is no formal structure for it. There's nothing formal about it. It's just showing up. It's just being committed. You show up. If you're married, you show up with your wife or your partner. If you have children, you show up with the children, right? It doesn't mean that you kind of somewhat when you feel like it. No, if the baby is crying at 2 a.m. and the baby wants milk, you go and you get milk and you show up, right? That's what showing up means. If your car breaks down, right, and it needs a new battery or needs a oil change or whatever, and the car matters to you, your car matters to you because it's how you get to work or whatever, you show up. You're committed to it, right? You're committed to it. And so you go and you get it fixed. You do whatever you need to do. Pull extra hours, borrow some money, whatever it takes, you show up. If your career is important to you, I promise you are going to show up. If it's not important to you, you will find every excuse in the book to not do it. You will find every reason why you should not do it. You're going to start thinking about how is it that you have to work so much and you don't make any money. You're going to start thinking about all those things, guys. And I promise you, the more you come up with excuses, the deeper the hole you're digging for yourself. Every excuse is like it's just another dig. You know, man, I wanted to get a gallery show, but man, I've been wanting to get a commission, but those are all excuses. You know, those are all excuses. It's very simple, guys. It's very simple. The people that have coached with me, they know that I don't like nonsense. I'm very not nonsense. It's very simple. It's you want to do this. These are the numbers. This is what's preventing you from it. You know, at the end of the day, is effort. It's effort. And we all like to think, man, if I just painted like Jose, or if I painted like some other person, whatever, you know, maybe not me, maybe you don't like the way I paint, but like some other person, if I just painted like that person, you know, everything would be different. And I'm telling you, you keep saying stuff like that, you're gonna miss out on your own career. You don't need to paint like anybody. You don't need to be like anybody. You be you, but put the effort in. Picasso didn't need to be Warhol, or Warhol didn't need to be Picasso, or you know, Picasso didn't need to be Renoir. Picasso didn't say, "Oh man, if I just painted like Renoir, I'm gonna be set for life." Of course not. Of course not. That's not how it works. Basquiat wasn't trying to be Warhol or anyone else. It's not. This is why I say, guys, it's not the artwork, it's the effort. So many artists out there are doing great livings. I mean, I'm talking about great livings. Not like, I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about like satisfaction of, man, I'm getting paid for something that I love, and you know, whatever. You know, whether it's 6 figures, when I used to do 6 figures, 7 figures, whatever it is for you, it doesn't matter. As long as you're like, man, this is awesome. You know, I'm getting paid for this, and it's satisfying, and it's real, right? It's real. It's not me hoping and wishing and talking about it. It's real. It's real stuff. There's a reality to it. You know, it's not me just wishing and talking to my friends about it or arguing with my spouse about it. It's real, right? And the only reason it's real, it's not because of my artwork. It's because of my effort. I promise you this. Whatever I've done in my own life with my artwork, it's more my effort than my artwork. The artwork alone does not stand a chance. It just doesn't. Art alone does not stand a chance. I'm going to repeat this again. Your artwork alone does not stand a chance in the marketplace. It just doesn't. It does not. Effort is what makes your artwork valuable. Talking to people, doing videos, reminding people what you're doing, sending out emails. Your effort is what makes your artwork valuable. Because ultimately people are not buying my paintings. See, when people buy my coaching or my paintings or anything that I'm doing, they ain't buying that. They're buying me. They're believing me. When someone's buying my paintings, they're not buying the painting. They're not like, oh my God, I'm buying the painting. No, they're buying me. They see my videos. They hear me talk about it. They see me painting. They get my emails. They subscribe to my YouTube channel. All that shit, right? They're buying me. Mike Hart says, you're so right. Thank you so much, Mike. Being everywhere then, says Drosma. Yeah, you got to be everywhere. And you got to be everywhere committed. You cannot seek for perfection. Meaning, oh my God, I have to be on Instagram and it has to be perfect and I have to have so many followers. And no. You got to be on Instagram and then boom, baby, move on to something else. And then come back to Instagram later. Come back to it. I don't know, a couple of hours later or a day later. It doesn't matter. But you got to hit different things, right? You got to hit different things. Because if I'm here all day on Instagram, no matter how fast I want it to grow, no matter how great I want to make it, Instagram alone does not have my entire income, nor I wanted to have it all alone, right? I don't want it to have it all alone. Because Instagram today could be here, tomorrow could be gone, or people could change, you know, they could go to the new Instagram, just like people went from MySpace to Facebook and on and on. So it changes, right? So I don't want to just be like, oh, I'm an Instagram marketer. No, I'm not an Instagram marketer, right? I'm just a marketer, man. Like, if you are on the yellow pages, I'm going to be on the yellow pages. If you're on your cell phone, I'm going to be on your cell phone. If you're on YouTube, I'm going to be on YouTube. I know a lot of people, based on my experience, are on these videos. I'm going to be on these videos every single day. Sometimes longer, sometimes shorter. Sometimes I'll skip a day. It doesn't matter, but I'm going to be there consistently. I'm going to be there. Because I want to talk. I want to have a conversation with people who care about what I have to say, who care about this type of deal. I want to have a conversation with people that are interested in this type of deal. Because again, whether it be my painting or my coaching or whatever it is, at the end of the day, you are not buying the coaching. You're not buying the painting. No one is. Who in the right mind? No one in the right mind is like, oh my God, I can't wait to buy coaching. No, like no one in the right mind. You're not buying coaching. You're buying me. You're believing me. At the end of the day, you're believing what I said. If I said to you, hey, look, this is what's happening. This is how I made it happen. I can help. And if you're watching me do this, right? If you go to my studio and I'm like, dude, don't paint. Don't paint like when you feel like it. Paint every day. And if you see me doing it, and now if you hear other people, I'm not telling people to say this. If you like Mike Hart just said, let me read it here again. After an hour conversation 2 weeks ago, okay, this was 2 weeks ago, with me, right? I got in 2 galleries and a nice $2,300 commission, $2,300 commission. I didn't tell Mike to say this, right? But this kind of stuff is the stuff that happens. You know, it happens naturally. It happens naturally. Why does it happen naturally? Because I'm showing up. You know, I'm showing up. And at the end of the day, I don't want a Facebook ad to sell me. That'd be nice, you know, if I'm like, but here's where most people start. Most people are like, I can't wait to do a Facebook ad. I can't wait to do. Yeah, but people are not buying Facebook ads. People are not buying, like, I'm talking to people that I'm having a conversation with. You know, I'm already having a conversation with. It'd be very pointless for me to try to run a $10,000, I don't know, Facebook marketing or whatever, a campaign to people I've never talked to before, right? To people who, like, they look at me and they're like, who's this guy? Who the fuck is Jose Trujillo? Why would I want to hear him talk? Like, what does he have to say? Why do I care what he has to say? It would make more sense to spend that budget on people that I already have a conversation with, wouldn't it? Thank you so much, bros. I think it's great what you're doing, Jose. Thank you. I appreciate it. I gotta open some canvases. I got all kinds of canvases that I need to open. I was getting them down from the car here, but I'll leave you guys with this. Just show up. That's all. Just show up, okay? You don't have to coach with me. You don't have to coach with anyone else. But show up. And if you're ready for coaching, and if you think that I can help you, I'd love to help you. I'm here for that. My fee is $300 an hour. It's not going to stay like this forever. $300 an hour is actually really low, personally, for what I'm going to share with you. but you can catch it right now for $300 an hour. It's not going to stay like this, especially if I start taking in more clients. It's not going to stay like this, and especially because I don't do this full time, right? I'm not a coach full time. I'm an artist full time. You can see you're in my studio. I'm a painter. This is my art studio. I'm not in an office like coaching people. I'm actually painting, and right now I gotta open canvases and do some work, and so that's what I do. So I recommend you for a podcast. Totally, I recommend you for totally. Thank you. Oh, I got it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys know anyone out there who's doing podcasts, that'd be awesome. I'd love to participate in those. I don't seek them out as much anymore. I used to like, but somehow I forgot about that. I didn't like, my mind just, I don't know. I started focusing on other stuff, but I love to participate in podcasts and give my 2 cents on those platforms as well. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. Take care, guys. I will talk to you soon. Adios.